I get it, you're ready for a fresh start. You've bought cute pastel highlighters, you've bought new folders, new notebooks, you're super excited for everything. You've even made an entire Google Calendar for your first semester, and you're thinking, this is it. This is the year for me. This is my academic comeback. Maybe you've even planned daily study sessions. You've planned with your friends. You want to go out every single week, go to a cafe that you all love, and then study there every single Saturday and whatever. You've stacked back-to-back past papers and revision in order to prepare you for the year, and you are super motivated. Not to scare you, but you might actually be accidentally sabotaging yourself. Because here's the reality, a schedule is basically just a piece of paper. But if it's too rigid, it might actually be your downfall instead. If you're too ambitious with it, you're too unrealistic, you're never gonna end up sticking to it because life happens. And when you are planning for your entire schedule for the entire year, you don't have life as being part of the contingency in it. Maybe you have a little bit, but you don't plan for certain things to happen. Sometimes it just happens. And it ends up being just a guilt machine. You'll either burn out or you get crushed under the weight of the schedule and the pressure that you've created for yourself. And then absolutely after that, you will lose all motivation. And I can tell you this because, well, I've been there before. I've done it myself. One of the years that I was in university, I had a full-on schedule. I packed every single second of the day. I even planned when I was going to shower, when I was going to get home, my commute, every single thing that was on there was everything that I was going to do. But obviously, I ended up using it for just 3 days, missed one day, never used it again. It was awful. I just felt so guilty about it, but I do the same thing every single year since using academic planners. I buy a planner, I intend to use it, I use it for 1 day, forget I even have it, find it again the next year, and then realize, oh my god, I didn't do it, I'm gonna start this year, and then the whole process happens all over again. So here's the thing, your study schedule should serve you, not shackle you. You should not be serving your schedule because otherwise, studying becomes a chore. Now, in this video, I'll be showing you how you can spot if your schedule is going to be sabotaging your year for you, and if it does, how we're going to switch it around in order to make it more flexible and more adaptable to certain life situations, and making sure that it fuels your progress without killing your motivation. So how do you know if your study schedule is sabotaging you? Here's a few clues that you want to be looking for. Clue number 1, you feel more guilt than results. If your schedule leaves you feeling more guilt than it does making you feel accomplished, then for sure there's something wrong with your schedule. If it just ends up being a to-do list that you literally miss every single one, then it just becomes a list and a guilt trap as compared to something that you're actually using. Clue number 2, if it's too rigid. If you've blocked your entire day down to the exact minute like I did previously, it might look productive on paper, but will you be actually able to do all of those things? And if you don't, are you gonna feel happy about that? You'll get an urgent text from a group project, your laptop will decide it needs a repair. It might even need a 45-minute upgrade, or you'll just need a nap for one of the days. Rigid plans always crumble under reality. They don't have space for the unexpected. Clue number 3, it's unrealistic. If your plan looks like a superhero's training montage where it literally has like 3 essays, 2 chapters, 5 hours of problem sets that you are doing all in just 1 day, where you literally have no idea how any single person is actually able to do any of those, then you are being completely unrealistic with your study schedule. And therefore, you are setting yourself up for failure. And if you set yourself up for failure, you will lose all motivation. You've underestimated what's called as the bumper time. That's the time where you put contingency in place in case something happens where you do just want to take a nap and you just can't do anything. It's for you to take a mental shift between each task so that you don't get burnt out, you don't get overwhelmed by it. Now, the students who make steady progress aren't necessarily the ones with the most detailed plans. They're the ones who can adapt to any plan that they've already created. So let's break this down. Number 1 is your flexible scheduling. Instead of saying from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., I'm going to do exactly this topic from 10 until 10:30. I'll take a break. And then from 10:30 until 10:45, I'm going to take a quick shower. I'll do this, I'll do that. Try this instead. In the morning, doesn't matter what time it is, I'll work on my history notes. After lunch, I'll do a past paper. Evening, I'll review the feedback that my teachers gave me, and then I'll work on the process of my essay. When you do it this way, it's more like time blocking as compared to having a rigid plan. It ensures that when you miss something, you don't end up missing the entire thing just because you feel guilty about it. You keep part of the structure, but you remove the handcuffs of it. This way, if your morning starts late or your brain just doesn't start up in the morning, you're not on a rigid time schedule and you're not stressing out about the time. You can't force your brain to do something that it doesn't want to do. Number 2 is adaptive scheduling. Adaptive scheduling means that your plan evolves with your energy, priorities, and feedback from past sessions. What I do for this is I just have a to-do list for every single day. Like, when I wake up, I will write down what I want to do that day. And if I do it, if I don't, it doesn't matter. But it's allowing me to basically have the choice to do what I want to do and allowing me to go according to my mood. Obviously, if every single day my mood is bad and I don't want to be doing anything, then that just means I'm lazy. But if I am actually listening to myself and actually allowing myself to give time to take a break and all of those, then I won't ever be lazy because I'll want to study. I'm not stressed out. Why would I be afraid of studying if I'm not stressed out? Adaptive means you are not forcing your brain into doing one fixed way of working. Instead, it's allowing your brain to make a choice. And that choice must be made according to actual conditions in your day-to-day life, not just perfect conditions. There are 2 tools that I love in order to keep my momentum without making me feel trapped. Tool number 1 is the minimum viable plan, or the MVP. Think of it as like the bare minimum version of your study day. Even if everything goes wrong, you can always still hit this one. And if you do hit this one, then you'll feel a bit accomplished, which allows you to set it up for the next day as well. So for example, in the morning, you can read over yesterday's notes. In the afternoon, you could do 3 practice questions. In the evening, you can review your weakest topics for 15 minutes. There's stuff that are very, very simple for you to do, very easy. Even if nothing goes into your brain, you can still do it and still feel accomplished in some form. Tool number 2, rolling to-do lists. Like I said, I love using to-do lists. I don't actually use a schedule. I just use mainly a to-do list. And this is a to-do list that basically never expires at the end of the day. If you don't finish something, it rolls over to the next day and there's no guilt. But like I said before, you need to be truthful to yourself and not to just roll everything over to the next day until you just never start. Be mindful and actually do what you can do that day. With this, you also keep a living document of everything that you need to do, and therefore you have progress that you can track and see if you are messing something up. You can do this on a simple notebook, on just your notes app on your phone, or you can use Notion, Trello, Todoist, whatever you want to use. This way you can respond to life's curveballs without feeling like you've fallen behind forever. So if you're ready to make your study schedule work for you and not against you, you want to start with these 3 steps. Number 1, identify if your current plan is rigid, unrealistic, or guilt heavy. Step number 2, switch to flexible adaptive blocks instead of hyper-specific hours. And number 3, use the minimum viable plan and the rolling to-do list in order to keep momentum. Studying should feel like you are moving forward, not that you are stuck in the place that you are. If you feel like you're stuck, you're going to be really scared of moving forwards. So you need to do everything you can in order to prevent that. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and share it with your friends that you think may need this. And hope to see you guys in the next video. All the best. Bye!